to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah, remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come my sister, come my brother, let us build a nation together. Grenada belongs to all of us, we the people, and we must work hard and smart to build this place we call home. I want to welcome you to the hub. I want to encourage those on Facebook to please share the live. Those on YouTube, please do the same thing. So again, I want to encourage you, share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off tonight by sharing some positive things with you, at least two positive things with you tonight, and then we will discuss something very important. So let me first start with the Honorable Andy Williams.
So we have the Visible Transformation Project. At first, that project was dealing with the Lagoon Route. And then we really expanded that project into including Wall Street. And then we expanded it again to include the derelict vehicles and the boats and so on. And we also thought that we cannot, when we said to ourselves, we cannot speak transformation and not involve the youths. So we visited the TAMCC, and the plan was to get the students involved, and we did get the students involved. We asked ministers and caretakers to identify green spaces within their constituency, and they did. And what we did was to meet with the college students and give them the chance for them to design those green spaces. Why? Because we think once we get them involved at this level, then when we leave, they will be the one to take up the mantle. And also, they can feel a sense of pride that they contributed to the development of Grenada and to the beautification of Grenada also. And in a week or two, we expect to get back the designs. And I am excited because the students were also excited. And I can tell that, it's something that the country will be very proud of. But this is where we have to go, and we want to continue in that realm. And to keep on engaging and having the young people there to have a say in the development of the country. So the Visible Transformation Project is a project under MIT, and thus far we have seen it propelling in directions that we never thought it could have. Fort George is part of a tourism project that was funded by the World Bank. As a matter of fact, since 2017, and that project was on a book and was not implemented. And the Prime Minister gave MIT the project to implement. We want to turn Fort George, or to transform Fort George into a tourism site instead of a police headquarters. And people from the last administration told us MIT that project would have been impossible. But once we are involved, once MIT is involved, we turn the impossible into possible. And we started that project in January of 2023, and it's going according to plan. But the plan is not to end that food judge. The plan is to revitalize, for example, the Moy Bishop residence, to revitalize Fort Matthew, to revitalize Onkuma Falls. When the tourists come to Grenada, we should be adding tourism sites to the package so that they can always have a new experience, and that their experience can be different all the time. And that is the idea. We want to look at our history, our historical sites, and restore them so that we can add to the value of the country and show the beauty of Grenada and show the history of Grenada, and to show that Grenada is much more than just the Granatan and the Anadeo. So at MIT, we pride ourselves as a ministry to get things done. Not just to get things done, but to get things done efficiently, cost effectively. And not just getting things done, but getting the right things done. And we pride ourselves as a ministry that has the energy, the ministry that will be there to ensure that projects are implemented, the ministry that is there to ensure that transformation is taking place, the ministry that is there for the people. And this is what we pride ourselves on. And we have our staff is very up to the task, and I can tell going forward, MIT, no disrespect to other ministries, but MIT will be the ministry that will lead Grenada to experience the change that it needs by working together with all other ministries.
You heard it there from the Honorable Andy Williams. I call him the doer, the fixer, the man who listens to the people and who works accordingly. He is the man. He is the minister who is on the ball like the other ministers, but he's more visible because he's more responsible for implementation of projects. So he's a bit more visible, and whoever is behind his PR, they're doing an excellent job. Every time I look on social media, the first minister I see is the Honorable Andy Williams. And that is really good. We need to see the other ministers in that light also. So you have some work to do to catch up, but you can do it because you're doing a lot of work within your constituency, but you need a good PR person to showcase what you are doing. Let's move to the next positive thing. Principals and senior educators met in that workshop, and that is what you want.
For 2 days, principals and senior teachers from the nation's primary and secondary schools gathered at the Grenada National Stadium to participate in an interactive workshop on performance management aimed at shaping the performance appraisal used for principals.
The workshop, it was a huge eye-opener. I mean, as a young teacher and an aspiring leader, it opened my eyes as to the amount of work that principals put in on a yearly basis to ensure the efficiency and the effective running of a school. Here, the dialogue was quite open. I was quite pleased to see how receptive the Ministry of Education was in receiving feedback from the principals, and how open the principals were in expressing their feedback, but obviously in a respectful manner. I also was privy to the performance appraisal that is used to help principals improve. And as we said, it's not a punitive measure, but something just to help facilitate growth as principals and senior teachers.
So I felt that we were listened to in the consultation, but what I find most of all is that the entire workshop, the entire session brought us together, Ministry of Education and educators. I felt like there was bridging the gap because we participated in fun activities together with the Deputy CEO and the district education officers. So we created that bond. So bond together as principals and the education officials.
I think it's a good way for self-evaluation and introspection as a leader and a leader of school. So it's a good way of keeping me as an individual and principals intact and on track, and seeing how making the principal the best person that he or she can be in the school system.
Deputy Chief Education Officer for School Administration, Kathy Ann James, who was the main facilitator at the workshop, said the new performance appraisal will be more objective than the previous measurement used.
New in the sense that the one that we used previously, there was no rubric as the one that we are proposing to use now. All right, so there were statements and persons were graded based on the statement, but this one, it takes away what you would call the subjectivity and makes it more objective. All right, so principals are assessed based on standards, based on things that are expected. So the highest you can get on one indicator is 4, but you would see that when you look at it, there are ways for you to improve as you go. So it specifically identify areas for you to work on.
James explained that the innovative approach is not punitive, but focuses on growth and lifelong learning. She further stated that the new appraisal was introduced to member states of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States some 5 years ago.
Because we were looking at the leadership standard across the OECS, this was developed to address some of the issues. So that's why it was something that was initiated since in 2018, 2019, as part of the leadership of school leaders throughout the OECS. So it is something that was given for us to adapt, all right, making it culturally relevant for our context so that we are better able to improve on the standards of leadership within our schools and education system.
The close to 80 participants created a song to sum up the workshop.
Right, so that's very good. And since 2018, 2019, that was, something that should have been done long before, right? Long before. But boy, it will forever take the NDC. This team of men and women to implement to get the job done, to dust those plans off the shelves and implement it and do things with it, get it done. So you could imagine we talking about 2018, 2019 thereabout that was handed this new appraisal management system, this new system to appraise, to evaluate, to grade, to assess principals and senior management, teachers, management level teachers, and so on. But that was not rolled out. Here you have the NDC come in and do it. We heard in Andy's piece, the Honorable Andy Williams' piece, where he said this whole project on the fort, for example, was there since 2017, somewhat thereabout, to be implemented. And the NNP just didn't do it. They didn't implement that project. So again, the NDC had to come in and implement the project. And we are seeing that over and over again. The NNP was never serious about implementing stuff. If the NNP administration had or gets a project or some program, some grant, some loan, or whatever concessionary loan, once there are stringent measures or conditions attached to it, in other words, they can't do what they want and when they want and how they want with the money and the resources, then you know what would happen. They would just leave it right there. They would not even touch it. They would not even implement it. But the NDC is disciplined. They're focused. They're operating with a plan. And that is really, really good. I really love that. I want to applaud the NDC for being different, right? To be so different that we are seeing the results right before our very eyes, and they must be commended.
Hello, this is Ramjit, wandering the streets of St. George's, Grenada, looking for party.
Psst. Hey, you.
Huh? Who, me?
Yeah, you. Come here.
What?
You want to party?
Yeah.
All right, then. Shut up and listen to this guy.
Anyone long me a look for you? Grenada, get ready for the International Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition. Sold out in New York and around the world. And it's back in Grenada. And this year it's so large, so grand, so magnificent. Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise featuring Brother B.
But wait. That's not all. There's more. Also featuring and performing live, Dave.
Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise and featuring direct from Trinidad,
Iowa, George.
Time to celebrate. Celebrate.
Plus many more surprises and international guests to be announced.
the largest celebrity cruise ever.
It's the Riders Promotion and Amazing Colors Celebrity Cruise, the sexy edition. Sunday, August 13th, boarding time 10 a.m. sharp aboard the Embassy.
It's the Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition.
Now remember, that's Sunday, August 13th, boarding at 10 a.m. sharp. Tickets available right now at the Amazing Colors Mass Camp or call 473-415-6174. Or at celebritycruise.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. This one comes to your compliments right along live and Clark Scott Run.
The Celebrity Cruise, the ultimate out-of-body experience.
So please support this cruise. I want to now speak about what's trending. Well, so it seems. And one wonders, why would someone or a group of people be so mischievous, be so dangerous, that they would do everything in their power to destroy this country? They want bad to befall Grenada. So they're going the extra mile to undermine our democracy, to blight our country, to spoil the good name and reputation of our country. And I am saying there is a need for us to not just accept any and anybody who comes smiling to say that there's some publicist or to say that there's some person out there and they have Grenadian roots, and you take them on board, you give them all kind of accolades and awards, and then that person, because they have an agenda to fulfill, because they subscribe to a certain belief and a certain group within society, they are willing to destroy that country because of something that occurred and is being investigated by the Royal Grenada Police Force. And to them, the Royal Grenada Police Force should forget about all other investigations and investigate only that matter, as though the Royal Grenada Police Force is not doing so. That is the impression that they give. So they're out there peddling misinformation to stars in Hollywood who also subscribe to a similar belief and a similar teaching, a similar doctrine, and who is also part of that same grouping. So that individual believes that he can speak, I don't know if it's a he or she, can speak on behalf of Grenada so as to damage the good name and reputation of Grenada. And that is sad, really sad, because our country is sovereign. And they give you the impression that the Royal Grenada Police Force does not have a high crime solving record or rate. Our police force has a 80-something percent, close to 90% crime solving rate. They solve crimes. They get the perpetrators. It could take years, but they will get the perpetrators. So let the matter be investigated thoroughly, just as in the United States, just as in other civil society. What normally happens, they thoroughly investigate. So why should you treat Grenada as a banana republic? What you want is for a matter to be investigated now. Now, because this individual belongs to a particular group. And then you have this guy, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, who is some professor or associate professor out there in some university, who believes that he has the authority to judge a matter and to say all manner of things about this particular matter or case, even before the police, right? Because he has a platform, he has a podcast, and he believes that he can just vent, or either he or she, I don't know his gender, or the individual's gender. I don't know if it's he or she, and I don't care, right? But I'm simply saying that to say to you, while I respect your right to free expression, while I respect your right to be what you want to be, the country comes first. And we will not allow you to drag the country down. We will not allow you to believe that because the individual belongs to your grouping, your clique, right, that you should go out there and spread mischief to damage the good name and reputation of this country. That is exactly what these people are doing. And they believe that they have all right to do so. They want to say to the police, go and arrest this person, go and arrest that person. And all the names that they were putting out there, it was mischief. It was well planned. When you hear about this businessman and this pastor and so on, it was mischief. They knew that these things were not true. But because they seem to be growing in numbers, that particular group growing in numbers, and they are free to do what they want to do, Because Grenadians are tolerant. Grenadians are respectful people. We do not harass or molest any group within our society, but allow the police to investigate the matter thoroughly. And who cares what some star or celebrity in some Hollywood setting says? This individual never came to Grenada. This individual never experienced Grenada. He doesn't know if and what stage the investigation is at with this particular matter. And why should this particular matter be different from all the other matters before the police? The police is thoroughly investigating all matters. So why should this particular matter be treated differently? Why? And that's the question here. Let the police go ahead and do the investigation. You should not come and, you come with this whole idea, right? This whole idea that you're going to pull the hands of the police. Come on, allow the police to do what they must do. Allow the police to be. You should never reach to that place where you believe that the police is going too slow or the police is good. Come on, allow the police to do what they have to do. Just allow the police to be. And I am saying no one, I don't care who you are, where you are, would be allowed to drag Grenada down because of this particular situation or incident. Allow the police to do what they must do. Just allow the police to do their work. Don't believe that you, for whatever reason, can force the hands of the police. No. Allow the police to investigate this matter and all other matters. We have confidence in the police. We are not saying that they are perfect, but we have confidence in the police. We have confidence in the police. If you have added information or information to assist, then provide that to the police. Provide it to the police. If you have evidence, if you have added information that can help the police to find the person or persons who are involved or who did this, provide it to the police. It is simple like that. But no, you're using your platforms with the hope of destroying this country, with the hope of spoiling the good name of this country. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing because they know all these loans and all these different things, grants and so on, they're attached to certain things. So when they go out there and spread all this misinformation, all this malicious information, they hope that it will destroy Grenada. They don't love Grenada. A lot of these people who pretend they don't love Grenada. You have this guy who has a podcast and he believes because he's a part of this group that he's the authority and he can speak on this matter and force the police hands. The police, they're doing their work. They're doing their work. Let them do their work. Grenadians are nice people. We are tolerant people. What is happening in other islands? It's not happening here in Grenada. No, we don't target any group or any individual. We're very, very tolerant people. Very tolerant. So don't come and paint Grenada in this, with this broad brush as though we're targeting certain group within the society. That is false. It is totally false. We respect everyone's right to live, to grow, to develop, to find themselves, right? But don't tell me that you going to go there and try to tarnish the good name of Grenada. No, you should never try to do such a thing. Allow Grenada as a country to thrive and to be. So you're out on a whim, on a campaign, on a crusade to spoil the good name and reputation of Grenada as being an open society, a democratic society, a tolerant society with loving people, with people who don't discriminate like this. Everybody has a right to coexist. But come on, man. You're not doing too much. You're not going, to the extreme. What do you think that is? What you believe that is? Huh? Come on. You want the police to come and try the matter in the public? Allow the police to thoroughly investigate the matter. But you have a lot of people in this country who really don't want to see. They really don't want to see Grenada succeed. They don't want to see good come for the Grenadian people. A lot of those folks, they pretend they're in high places, high offices. You know, they're on media this and media that. They have their own agenda. And there are some people come here and posing as this person and that person, publicist this and this big person. Everybody look up to them as though they're coming to help Grenada. No, they're coming to fulfill their agenda. That is what they're doing because they have power. So they come in to fulfill their agenda. That is what they come in to do. And if the group that they represent has an issue, they want you to forget everything else and focus on that. Right? Because they have power and they know that they can tweet, they know they can tread, they know they can put something out there and damage the good name of Grenada. They know what they're doing. And then the said individual will go on his program and talk about he's a patriot and he loves Grenada. But that's how they do it. Pretensive. They don't like Grenada. They don't want to see Grenada move forward. In fact, just follow what they're posting and what they're doing to this beautiful country of ours. Just check it out. But I am saying it is very clear. They're out on a mission to damage the good name and the character of Grenada. Grenada is a peaceful nation. We are a tolerant people. We respect your right to exist, to live, to grow up here, to be what you want to be. You know, I say to folks, we can look at Jamaica, for example. We can look at Trinidad and some other places. And we can compare. Grenada is nowhere close to these islands. No way. But no, these people believe that they can spoil the good name of Grenada. Allow the police to thoroughly investigate these matters. Allow them to. Right? Come on, allow them. If you have added information that can help the police to solve the crime faster, then provide it. But no, you don't have added information, but a whole pile of misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, and mischief. That is what you're out there doing, mischief. You're mischievous. You don't love Grenada. You want Grenada to be on its knees, right? Let the police do their work. If there is cameras and so on in the area, let the police do their work. If there are people who are wrong, let the police do what they have to do. Come on. In that particular area, there are people living on the beachfront. There are people working on the beachfront. Let the police do what they have to do. Come on. So you believe that this is a special case and everything else must be forgotten, put on the back burner, and come on. I will not sit by and allow you to destroy the good name of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. This is where I was born. This is my country. And I believe that we need to be patriotic enough to understand that you can't make just one situation that is under investigation cause you to want to destroy a whole country or spoil the good name of a whole country. Come on, that is wrong. That is totally wrong. So just allow the process to go ahead. Let the investigation take place in the great United States of America, the greatest nation on the face of the earth, right? The United States of America. They will thoroughly investigate matters before just going and arrest a person or detaining a person or doing these things. They will thoroughly investigate the matter. Sometimes it takes months and years before they bring charges or before they arrest anybody. So you believe that Grenada is so different that they should just go and pick up somebody? Or what is this? What is this? Huh? You'll need to stop that. Stop it. Stop it. What this guy who's publishing stuff about Grenada knows about Grenada? Ask the question, has he ever been in Grenada? Think about it. I'm asking him, has he ever been here, come to Grenada? Huh? I mean, it's just a big joke, you know. Tell me, when has this individual or individuals ever promoted anything good about Grenada? But they want to grab up this particular issue, run with it to destroy the good name of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, but you will not succeed. Because one thing I know, Grenadians will pull together to defend their country, to defend Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We will not allow you from outside to seek to destroy the good name and reputation of Grenada. Yes, you could be a friend with someone, you could know someone, nothing is wrong with that. And we understand the pain and the suffering that you're experiencing. Nothing is wrong with that. We understand that. You're human. But don't tell me that you're going to use that to destroy our country and to destroy our good name. But I know the person who's behind that. Don't believe it's some Tyler this and Tyler that, or whatever the name be. You know. I know who's behind that. You listen to the individual and follow the post of the individual who boast and brag, right, about certain things. That's the individual who is behind that. Nobody else. So he's pushing these others to seek to destroy this country. That said individual with a certain podcast, right, on a particular day of the week. That said individual. In fact, I can go as far as to say on that said Sunday, with a particular podcast on a Sunday, that individual, in my belief, is responsible for all that is happening here. And that individual is using, right? And I don't know the gender, whether it's a she or he, is using the connection outside there to seek to destroy the good name of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And they're doing so, they don't care, because they don't reside here. They're going after Grenada. That is exactly what is happening. We got to call it out. We got to call it out. We, the people here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, we are tolerant. We are respectful. We are warm. We are friendly people. We don't harass a particular group of people. We don't go after a group of people. Where you see that happening? Right? Come on. We may have our views. We may not subscribe to certain things, but we will not harass or target any group. No. Nope. But I am saying we have to call it out. Call it out. Very clear. I am saying Grenadians, Grenada comes first. Grenada is bigger than just an individual or a group of people. Grenada is bigger. Our country must be protected at all times. Our country must come first before all personal interests or special interests. And that is very, very important. But I'm calling the individual out tonight because I know that the individual is the one spreading all this mischief and misinformation on Grenada. And that individual is doing so without, understanding that Grenada, the country, is bigger than just someone's personal interest or special interest. But we will stand with our country. We will stand with Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We love all peoples, right? Meaning all races, all groups. We love you. We appreciate the fact that you might be different. But don't make people believe that we are targeting some group of people. No, don't. And as I said, I don't know the gender of the individual with the podcast and so on, whether it's male or female. I don't know. I can't tell you, right? But what I believe is very, very clear here. What I believe is that this individual is out for mischief. and there's a lot of jealousy involved. So the individual is on a crusade to damage the good name and character or good name and reputation of this country, which is sad. And it's all over the place. All over the place, where it is some individual who is in Hollywood or Bollywood or Nollywood or whatever, post this thing about Grenada and this particular individual and the situation there. Come on, leave the police, let they investigate the matter. You're not a police. No, you're not an investigator in law enforcement. Allow the police to do their work. That is important. So, folks, I thought I should speak about that tonight. We're a tolerant people. We're a loving people. We are respectful people. We might have our differences, but when it comes to Grenada, we can pull together and defend our country. We will unite for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This is our home, and no one will be allowed to spoil it, to damage it. No one. Let the police do their job. The police, the Royal Grenada Police Force, has a very high percentage of solving crimes. The percentage for solving crimes is very, very high. In fact, they crack cases that are 20 years old and 15 years old, and were able to bring those perpetrators to justice. Unheard of in small islands, in those small islands. So they have a very good track record. Allow them to do the work. Allow them to do the work, to investigate matters thoroughly. You don't want the matter to be prematurely adjudged. No. Allow it to be thoroughly investigated and let the charges fall where they may. Come on. But no, you're out there spreading mischief, because you want Grenada to be on its knees, right? That is what they want. You believe that this individual from Hollywood knows about Grenada and anything out here? No. The individual is a part of a ring. So somebody said there's some publicist, somebody said there's some professor, somebody said there's some podcaster, and they are part of all of this thing, and they posting things like crazy with the hope of undermining Grenada. That is what they're hoping to do, to undermine Grenada. Yep. They don't want Grenada to thrive, survive, and bring prosperity and betterment to our people. They believe that with all those aid and concessionary loans and so on, in the details, in the black and white, there is certain things that nations have to do to reform and do certain things. Don't fool yourself. This is not happening by guess. If you believe it's happening by guess, something is wrong with you. They're out on a crusade to bring Grenada to its knees, but they will not succeed. They will not succeed, because we will stand with our country. You could be this or you could be that. When it comes to Grenada, you need to stand with your country. Folks, I want to take the opportunity again to encourage you to support my good boy, Junior George, his celebrity crew.
Hello, this is Ramjit, wandering the streets of St. George's, Grenada, looking for party.
Psst, hey you.
Huh? Who, me?
Yeah, you. Come here.
What?
You want a party?
Yeah.
Alright then, shut up and listen to this line.
Anyone lock me and look for you?
Grenada, get ready for the International Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition. Sold out in New York and around the world, and it's back in Grenada, and this year it's so large, so grand, so magnificent. Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise featuring Brother B.
But wait. That's not all. There's more. Also featuring and performing live, Dave.
Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise and featuring direct from Trinidad,
Iowa, George.
Time to Shelly play. Shelly play.
plus many more surprises and international guests to be announced.
The largest celebrity cruise ever.
It's the Riders Promotion and Amazing Colors Celebrity Cruise, the sexy edition. Sunday, August 13th, boarding time 10 a.m. sharp aboard the Embassy.
It's the Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition.
Now remember, that's Sunday, August 13th, boarding at 10 a.m. sharp. Tickets available right now at the Amazing Colors Mass Camp or call 473-415-6174 or at celebritycruise.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. This one comes to your compliments right along live and Clark's Court Run.
The Celebrity Cruise, the ultimate out-of-body experience.
Right. So again, support this particular event. I think it's important that you do just that. I want to say to you that my event, the first event, is on Thursday, the 3rd of August. That's next week, Thursday, not tomorrow, next week, Thursday. All right. The 3rd of August, starting from 4 in the PM until about 10. Solid the band will perform live band music, and you have Selector Beast. That's DJ Selector Beast. He will also be playing there. Two of the most popular, DJ and live band, or live band and DJ. All right. It's all inclusive, so food will be provided. I mean, a lot of local stuff, a lot of local foods will be provided for our people, right? For the people who are coming to the event. So oil dung, mannish water, or mannish waters, dry pea soup, provision and salt fish, right? A little pilau, a little tanya log, stew turkey and coconut bakes, the local stuff, a little fried jacks and breadfruit, that kind of thing. Then you have the little dry food, a little salad, a little rice, a little, chicken or pork or whatever, or fish. So we were doing that to cater for everybody. All right. And there are some people who sponsored tickets, and that is going towards the profit. So we're not giving the tickets away unless they sponsor and they say to me, give this person and that person. Other than that, it is going towards profit because it's a fundraiser. All right? It's a fundraiser, so it's going towards that. And after the whole food, remember, you can go on the beach. The beach is right there. 4 o'clock, you can go on the beach, enjoy the beach, and then you can come back, eat, enjoy the live band music and so on, and just have fun, socialize, interact, and so on. So remember, it's the Thursday, the 3rd of August, and we have a lot of tickets. So if you want to purchase a ticket in person, you can, or you can send the money through Western Union or MoneyGram. There are people who have done that and who are doing that. All right? So you can send the money via Western Union or MoneyGram. All you need to do is to send me a WhatsApp message. I will provide you with the information, the name, and everything like that to send it on. So I want to encourage you to support this event. Support this event. It's important, very important, that you do so. All right? We want it to be successful. Remember, it is geared towards raising the necessary funds to start our own radio station here in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique, one of the best. We want to have our own newsroom, right? We want to have our own DJs and everything like that, our own station. That is what we want. I'm tired of being in this home studio. We have to move to the next level. I don't like to be stagnant. I like to be ever expanding, right? Ever improving. We need to go to the next level. So I want to encourage you to support this first event. The tickets, 300 EC, 110 US, 150 Canadian. All right. I want to thank all the people who have sponsored tickets, who have purchased tickets for other people or for themselves. I want to thank you very much. Those who are coming, I look forward to having you, to seeing you there, right? I also want to thank those who have been sponsoring stuff towards the event. Even today, a number of people said, well, go sponsor a cocktail table. It's $35 a one, right? So you can sponsor a couple of cocktail tables. We need 8 at $35 for one. When you do that, you cut down the expense that I have to pay, right? Find the money to pay. The coolers, they're 2 coolers, $100 for one. The small tents, I need 2, $150 for one. In fact, someone said to me, well, you could do what you want to do with that $150. You can go towards that or anything else, right? So that's important today. So we need 2 of that. Then we need 3 medium-sized one. That's $250 for the medium-sized one. All right. And then we need, some other tables and other things like that. Ice. We need to transport certain things there. Quite a number of things. We need materials for people to cook. Because remember, the biggest undertaking there is the food. Because the drinks is consignment. So if you can sponsor a bottle of drink or 2, so maybe you can sponsor a couple bottles of Campari. Maybe you can sponsor a couple bottles of Johnny Walker Black. Maybe you can sponsor a bottle of Rivers. Maybe you can sponsor a bottle of Eldorado 12 or Eldorado 15. Maybe you can sponsor a bottle of, Jameson whiskey or a bottle of white wine or yellowtail wine, right? Mullet. Or maybe you can sponsor some drink, some unique drink, right? A bottle of Baileys or something like that, right? So you can do that, and we will appreciate it because it will cost me less in the medium to long term for the bar, because the bar will be on consignment. If I get drinks from you, then I would not buy or take that particular drink for the event. So as much as I can get different things from you, it will cut down the cost and it will yield or lead to more profit ultimately. All right. So I want to encourage you, if you are out there, maybe you're not able to come to the event, or maybe you're coming, if you can sponsor something or help in any way that you can to make the event a grand one, a more profitable one, please do so. And it's not hard to do that. You know my number. My number is 415-4817. 415-4817. That's my number. WhatsApp straight 415-4817. If you're overseas, you have to add 1473-415-4817. It's important that you support this particular event. Very, very important. Because whatever we make is going towards getting the equipment for that new radio station. All right? So we're well on track. Well on track. It's a fundraiser. So we look forward to your assistance in any way that you can. Always remember my number. My number is very, very easy to remember. 415-4817. 415-4817. That's my number. If you're overseas, you have to add 1473. So the folks who are coming for Carnival, please make this event one that you must attend. Right? Purchase a ticket. We have a lot of tickets. Plenty tickets. Purchase a couple of tickets. You can purchase it from me, Kem Jones. In fact, today I went up the western side, then the northern side, and then the east. And then I came back down maybe about 30 or so minutes ago. No, sorry, not 30 or so minutes ago. It would be 1 hour and 30 minutes ago, because just about 7:30 I came back down here, but I was able to go and drop off tickets or collect the money so people, once I know their name, when they come, they get the band and everything like that. All right. So I can do that. If you want a ticket or two, or if you want to support in any way possible, please remember I am by Ricky's Bar between now and the day before the event. You can get the tickets right there. You can give me, you can drop off stuff by Ricky's Bar, any donation, any assistance towards this event. Even if I'm not there, you can say, just give Kem Jones that for me. You know, put it in an envelope or whatever, right by Ricky's Bar there in St. George's, Hillsborough Street, close to the market, Hanky's Computer Store, right up there, right around there. It's not hard to find. So I want to urge you to support this event. Once you're able to, it's important. It will go a very, very long way. So please support. I want to thank you very much for being a part of the program. I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I will be back with you tomorrow, God's willing.